This is kind of interesting as well. I didn't realize this until this morning. Week 4 in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing. The Bengals, Steelers, and Browns all had no touchdowns scored. That shows you how much of a struggle it was. The Steelers lost to the Titans. The Bengals got destroyed, or the Steelers lost to the Texans. The Bengals got destroyed by the Titans. Browns missed an opportunity. If they could have found a way to win that, they'd have been sitting pretty.
Yeah, there's a couple things there. Number one, the only team that scored any touchdowns had the only healthy quarterback, right? Kenny Pickett gets hurt.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's still dealing with the calf. We know Deshaun didn't play. And then the other thing is, we talked so much about this first month in facing all 3 division teams. And the hope and maybe the expectation from inside the team is get to 3-1, be 2-1 inside the division, right? Hold home court, win both home games, and they weren't able to do that yesterday. Now, again, mitigating circumstances, but there was that opportunity to feel so good about yourself, being 3-1, 2-1. You got a leg up. And now the Ravens have the leg up. They're 3-1. They've won 2 road division games. They still have everybody coming in. And I think they're at Pittsburgh this week. And then they have every AFC North team coming into Baltimore over the rest of the season. So they're in a better position. And you would think they're going to get healthier. Lamar's playing at a really high level. It was a missed chance, but it's understandable why they missed the chance.
So along those lines, Jake Trotter tweets this out. So now the Ravens have an 81% chance to win the AFC North. Browns are second at 11-5, and they still have a 48.3% chance to make the playoffs, according to ESPN's Football Power Index. Scott, here's where I'm going with this. Ravens didn't do anything that I thought, man, the Browns are in trouble. They can't stop that. That's why missed tackles are awful. But they missed tackles. They're not always going to miss tackles. They hadn't missed many tackles the first 3 games. So nothing that the Ravens did I say, huh. The one thing I said, was Lamar Jackson's throw to Mark Andrews, because that was, if a Browns quarterback is making that throw, I'm hooting and hollering. And he made one heck of a throw on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, he did. And it reminded me of that loss on Monday night to the Steelers. Not the same, but your offense turns it over. I didn't walk away from that game saying the Steelers are way better than the Browns. And I didn't walk away yesterday going, oh, the Ravens are way better than the Browns. Now, they played better, and I think the Ravens are good. I think the Steelers are pretty good. I think they're solid teams that play physical, they play fundamental. They usually don't beat themselves. And that's just who they are, and you have to play well to beat them. That's the bottom line. I think the Browns are at the point where they have to play every week. They can't just show up. Teams like the Ravens and Steelers usually play. I know the Steelers didn't play great yesterday, but historically, they play well. They put out good effort. They're physical. They're tough. You have to play at a high level to beat them. And if you don't, then you're susceptible to losing. And I felt that's why the Browns lost both those games, is because they just didn't play well enough, made too many mistakes, turned the ball over, not to mention you don't have your quarterback. And just the division thing, that's why that game yesterday was a swing game. I think the Browns are pretty close as far as a betting favorite to win the division. They were second behind the Ravens. If they had won yesterday, I bet it would have flipped. But now the Ravens are, the odds-on favorite, which makes sense, but it is really early.